Hi guys, welcome to Souls Know Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This is going to be what's your life purpose, what's your spiritual path, pick a card reading. Now, before we jump into the piles, I just wanted to give you a little bit of information so that you guys can go and do some research relating to your north and your south node if you don't know them already. I will leave a link in the description box or the comment section where you can go and calculate what your north node is. It's a free website, so it will be no charge to yourself. But what I found from personal experience is that finding out these placements is really beneficial, especially if you're wanting to, let's say, discover what your purpose is, or make sure that you know what it is that you're currently engaged in is actually moving you towards your life purpose. So for example, I discovered that my north node is in Cancer, which means that my south node is in Capricorn, and that's exactly where the nodes have been for the last 18 months to 2 years. They're just about to switch into Gemini and Sagittarius. So from me finding out that information, it was really important for me to be moving towards my north node placement, which is Cancer. So that's all about the home, it's all about the family, it's all about the house. And it's quite funny because the last, I don't know, let's say 6 years, I've been working towards creating an at-home business. So it's really important, if you're looking to find out what your purpose is, don't just take the information from these picker cards. Do some research, make it personal, look at what your north node is, and that is the direction that you should be moving towards and developing those areas so that you can work out any karma. It's going to help you grow on a spiritual level. So your south node is what you are really familiar with. It's what you're born already knowing, and what we can tend to fall back on to feel that sense of security. So with my south node placement being in Capricorn, it was all about social status, it was all about career, it was all about institutions, and I've come from a very engineering, corporate sort of background. So that's just a little bit of information so you guys can work out on a personal level, I suppose, what these placements are and how they play out in your own individual astrological chart. Right, so let's jump into the piles then. We've got pile 1, represented with an amethyst. Now this is linked to our third eye chakra, so it's all about our intuition, our extrasensory perception, our second sight, inner wisdom, inner knowing, and our psychic ability. Pile 2, we've got two what are these, clear quartz crystals, and these represent the crown chakra. So it's all about universal energy, connection with spirituality and consciousness. It's all about your intelligence and deep thought as well. And then pile 3, we have a citrine crystal, and this is linked to our sacral chakra. This is all about our emotions, creativity, intimacy, sexuality, and it's associated with the flow of our emotion. And finally, we have a rose quartz crystal representing pile number 4, and this is linked to our heart chakra. So it's all about love, how we relate to others, forgiveness, unconditional love, compassion, empathy, and speaking and working and living and loving from our heart space. So pick your piles, guys, whichever one of those resonates with you or you're attracted to, and I will see you for your reading. Bye-bye. Welcome to your reading for those that picked pile 1. Now we've got 3 tarot cards. Let's lay these all out. So 3 tarot cards, the first card being what your purpose is. The second card is any blocks or challenges or supporting factors that are going to help you move towards your purpose. This third card is how do you get on the path to your purpose. Now each of the piles is represented by a different deck, and you guys have got the Light Seers Tarot. So let's lay these out, and we've got like 5 oracle cards or guidance messages from Spirit that are going to support the tarot that we've pulled. So let's jump into this. I don't want to make these too long. Right, so we've got the Page of Wands for your purpose then. Oh, let's spin. I can't get these round. We have the Justice card, wow, for your blockage, your challenge, or the supporting factor for you moving towards your purpose. Wow. And we've got the Queen of Wands for the energy that you must embrace to get you onto the path of your purpose. So there's a heavy, heavy fire influence in this particular reading. So when you go and research, or if you already know, you could have your North Node in a fire sign. So it could be Sagittarius, it could be Aries, it could be Leo. But I'm definitely seeing a lot of fire influence here. We also have Justice, and Justice is ruled by Libra. Also kind of gives me Tauran vibes as well for some of you. So you could have your North Node placements in those particular signs. But we start off with what your purpose is then with the Page of Wands. So to me, it feels as though for you to move towards your purpose, or what your purpose is, it's a sense of adventure, a sense of freedom. This is you being excited about what it is that you get up for in the morning. It's you being enthusiastic, fully engaged, carefree. And there's a real sense of freedom in this energy. So whatever it is that you're working towards, there has to be an element of freedom in it for it to really fulfill you on an emotional, spiritual, practical and financial level. Now, for some of you, there may be movement involved. I'm seeing dance in particular for some, not for all, but definitely some kind of movement. Now, the Page of Wands to me is an energy that speaks about a message coming in the traditional sense. So you could be communicating information that you're really passionate about to a wider audience. For some of you, most definitely. Or again, you could be expressing this message through some kind of movement. So through dance, through yoga, through some sort of exercise. Now, the blockage, the challenge or the supporting factor that leads you towards your purpose here, we have the Justice card. So some of you could be working already in the legal system or something related to or linked to the law. For others of you where this is a blockage or a challenge, or what's stopping you or standing in between you discovering your purpose and moving towards that path, is a feeling of imbalance or unfairness. You could have experienced a lot in your past, or past life, or your current past situation that's got you sort of stuck at the moment. You're not feeling as though things have been fair. This is also the card of karma. And as I mentioned in the introduction, our North Node, when you discover it, or if you already know what it is, but our North Node is what allows us to work through our karma. So you may be encouraged here to really find out what your North Node is. And when you're aware of what that is, it's going to allow you to step onto the path to clearing the karma that is standing in your way, so that you can actually move onto your path of true purpose, your divine path. Now, this could be in the sense of work, career, how you choose to make your money, how you choose to spend the majority of your time. It's all kind of linked. But we have 11 here with the Justice card, and that's a master number. So there's something that you're being encouraged to master that is going to help you, let's say, release the karma or remove any blocks that are standing in your way. There may be some sort of self-reflection that's needed here, because I'm just seeing the reflection in this sword, where you gain the truth, where you gain the clarity, where you're being honest with yourself about what it is that you truly want to do. Now, how you move on to the path of your purpose then, if I can get this off the table. We've got the Queen of Wands, and we start the reading with the Page. So there's a maturing here of your energy. We go from the Page to the Knight to the Queen to the King. So jumping from the Page to the Queen shows a great level of growth, a great level of maturity. And these are the Wands energies. So this is in your aspirations. This is on your spiritual path. This is linked to whatever it is that you're passionate about. So for you to actually start to move towards your purpose and start living in your purpose, it's going to require you to face whatever is blocking you, face a karmic situation, potentially. Like I said, look in the mirror, have that clarity and self-honesty so that you can step into your confidence. The Queen of Wands is one of the most confident energies that we get in the deck. She speaks about understanding what lights her fire. It's the integration of the shadow aspect of ourselves as well. Whenever I see the Queen of Wands, it makes me think about, like I say, you incorporating all of the bits and pieces of yourself together so that you are whole. And as you do that, you're going to be more confident in yourself. You're going to get truth. You're going to get the clarity that you need so that you can move things forward. I just love how they're both sort of throwing this baton in the air here. So it's about putting yourself out there, putting yourself on display, having the confidence to be who you truly are. I'm seeing for this pile as well, quite a big spiritual connection. This black cat represents spirit, and the wands themselves is also speaking about our spiritual connection. So your life path or your life purpose may have something to do with communicating either with spirit or about spirituality, how you can help people do this self-reflection work, or how you can bring a level of truth or clarity, whether this is through the legal system or if you're doing this in a more independent way, because the wand energy is very independent. But there's something here about spirituality and mastering this energy that could be part of your life purpose, whether this is like you personally or you extending this out to other people. Right, let's have a look at your oracle cards and we'll get some more information. We have once upon a midnight dreary, creativity, genius, writing, expression and artistic flow. Yeah, that's definitely one's energy there. There's something about creativity or your passions, maybe things that you've put down in the past that you're ready to pick up on again. 16, it's not an emergency. All right, okay, let's pull all of these and we'll see. Then we have the goddess of earth, an idea connected to imagination, creativity and nature is coming your way. Wow. Right, okay, let's pull these two. If I can get them off the damn table. Oh my goodness, this one really doesn't want to show itself. Okay, let your past go. Yeah, so whatever imbalance or situations that you've dealt with where you've felt that things weren't fair, or you've dealt with karmic situations or things that were really imbalanced, it's time for you to let that go, because this middle tarot card here is speaking about what is standing in your way, what is your blockage, or I suppose the supporting factor that can help you move towards the path of your purpose. Right, let's finally pull this one. And we have accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. Yeah, this pile here is, there's a real spiritual connection. Like I said, whether this spiritual connection is you personally with your spirit guides that are guiding you towards your path and purpose, you're being encouraged to get out of the way. For others of you, this spirituality or this link to the spiritual realm is part of some sort of creative idea that you have that you're wanting to share with the world. It could be through some form of writing, creative expression, artistic endeavor. Like I said, you may have put it down in the past because we have this page here and that speaks of a more youthful energy. This could be something that you did, you know, as a youngster or in your youth that you've put aside, maybe because, you know, you needed to pay the bills or because you had to start adulting. But this is encouraging you to pick that back up. There's real creativity here and it actually speaks of genius. So there's something that you're really, really good at, but you're being encouraged to get out of your own way and to let spirit help you. And I just love the fact that this speaks about that there's an idea connected to your imagination, creativity, or nature that's coming your way. So I'm getting a real feeling that if you connect to source, to connect to spirit, then what you're going to find is that idea is made clear for you. Like I say, you're going to be able to see this reflected back to you so that you can actually understand what it is, understand what's blocking you, move out of your way to let go of your past so that you can step into your power. And as you let go of your past, like I say, you're integrating all of those parts of you that may have been separated before. And as you come back together, that's when you will be able to, I suppose, let's say, take the steps to move towards your purpose. Right, let's read this card here. And it says, let your past go. The burdens of carting your past around has made you weary, dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and love and leave everything else behind. You don't want or need it. It's now gone. So yeah, there's something that you need to release here. And what you'll find is, because this is the pile that's represented by the amethyst, this is about your intuition. This is about connecting, like I said, with that extrasensory perception, that inner wisdom, that inner knowing about what it is that you've either put down in the past that you're really good at, you have a natural flair or a natural ability relating to. And it can be connected to some sort of idea in the realm of, like I say, your creativity or artistic expression. but it's about tuning into your intuition here, mastering this situation, bringing back a sense of balance, a sense of fairness, truth and clarity to your situation, so that it allows you to mature, it allows you to grow, it allows you to take that next step forward. I'm going to read this one out of the book because it fascinates me. But we've also got not an emergency. So this isn't a rush. This is you taking, like I say, steady progress, moving one foot in front of the other, doing the work, looking at what needs to be looked at here, because there's something that you need to let go of. There is no emergency for you to jump into your path or jump into your purpose. First of all, it's about resolving this karma here. And as that karma is resolved, things are going to naturally slot into place. It's about you having trust and faith in things that you cannot see, and understand that using that intuition, that extrasensory perception that's identified with this amethyst, is going to lead you in the right direction. So there is no need for you to rush through this process. Right, let me grab my book and let's read card number 31. Once upon a midnight dreary. Okay. It's time to shape your dreams into reality. Start that book and keep going. Paint that picture and then another and then another. Capture the divine moment in inspiration, and then, by hard work, show up and sweat until it's shaped and completed. You are engaging in sacred magic. You are being asked by the spirits of the world and the laws of the raven and the bright, full, moonlit magic to contribute creatively, to be touched by the spirit of inspiration. This may not make you rich or well known, but it will satisfy a deep urge, a craving, a thirst within you. Take steps now to be a crafter of magic through creativity. You are being told that it is the law. Wow, we've got the Justice card here. You're being told that this is the law, that you do so and that you complete the work. Work hard, learn about yourself and capture the divine moment for all of our sakes. Yeah, so like I say, this could be a karmic situation that you've been through that's matured you, that you can express to help other people through your, like I say, processing of it, your letting go of it, you taking the lesson but releasing the experience, and then sort of amalgamating all of those life lessons into some sort of art, like I say, some sort of writing, some sort of creative expression or artistic flow, and then putting that back out into the world. Wow, that's really blown my mind. That's absolutely beautiful, pile ones. Well, I hope this helped. If you don't know what your North Node is, please do check in the description box or comment section and go to that website and find out and research on your North Node. Also look at your South Node, because that is what you are proficient in. That is what you are releasing. And as you do that, this is when it helps you to resolve this karma. Right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye. Welcome to your reading for those of you that picked pile 2. Like with the first pile, we have 3 tarot cards and then a couple, not too many, so I didn't want to make these too long, oracle guidance messages here. So the 3 tarot cards, this first card is your purpose. The middle card is what is blocking, stopping, or, you know, in a supporting position to move you toward your purpose. And the third card is how do you get onto the path and start living out your purpose. So let's just pop these out and we'll have a look what we've got going on. But pile 1 was absolutely fascinating, and I forgot to mention in the introduction, but if you want to watch the more than one pile, then please feel free to do so. Right, okay, so you guys picked the clear quartz, which is all linked to your crown chakra. So let's see what we've got going on. Wow, okay, so you have the Empress for the energy linked to your purpose. We have, if I can get these off the table, the 8 of Wands for what's blocking you, stopping you, or a supporting factor to you moving toward your purpose. Wow. And then the Justice card for your energy about how to get onto the path of your purpose. And this Justice card came out in, well, it's in a different position, I won't ruin it, but it came out in the first pile as well. So if this resonates, you may want to go back and listen to pile 1's reading. So Empress energy, like I mentioned in the first pile as well, I'm going to sort of give an idea or a bit of let's say, an educated guess as to what your North Node may be. There will be a link in the description box for you to go and calculate it for yourself. But we have your purpose here represented by the Empress. And this is the card of Venus. Now, Venus rules Taurus. Venus also rules Libra. We do have Libra on the table again in the form of the Justice card. And the Eight of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius. So you could be a Sagittarius North Node, Libra North Node, Taurus North Node, or I'll even include Mercury. So that could be Gemini and or Virgo. So they could be your North or South Node positions just from the cards that are on the table. But do go and check. It's a fascinating find once you discover what it is. And it will really help you move towards your purpose. So your purpose then were represented by the Empress. So you are meant to be stepping into, whether you are male or female, you're supposed to be moving towards or stepping into embracing, connecting with your divine feminine energy. This is the feminine card. It's about sensuality, it's about love, it's about nurturing, it's about motherhood. So some of you, your divine purpose is to express love, it's to nurture other people. It could be to be a mum. It could be to adopt children. It could be to work in a nursery or an environment where you are giving love in this Empress role or position or capacity in some way. It can even be linked to something as, like if we take that nurturing element, but you can apply that to any, let's say, career that you want. But as long as you are embodying or bringing this energy of the Empress to whatever it is that you do, then you're going to be moving towards your purpose. This is a card that speaks about manifesting, it's fertility. A few of you could be pregnant right now, but this is also a card that speaks of abundance. So whatever your purpose is, you are meant to be abundant through you expressing your purpose. It's card number 3, which speaks about growth. It speaks about expansion. It's also an energy that sort of, it brings in the mind, the body and the soul. And that's exactly what our purpose is. It's like we're not just focused on the financial, recompense for the energy that we give to something. We want to be engaged in something that does fulfill us on a mental level, on an energetic level, on a soul level. And that is absolutely summed up with this Empress card. Also speaks to me about creativity. So there could be something relating to creativity, specifically with children in some respect. So you could be making projects or let's say having some sort of, let's say, art project or teaching something to children that is very creativity based. Now we have the Eight of Wands, and this is the card that speaks about what is blocking, stopping or supporting your, let's say, stepping into your purpose or onto the path of your purpose. Eight of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius, which is all about communication. Now this is in the upright position though, so I'm not even taking this as a blockage where things have been stagnant, or let's say you weren't aware of what your purpose was. It feels as though information, communication, things are moving forward. You're getting the green light in some way. It could be something as simple as this reading or other YouTubers that you're checking out in terms of tarot, but there's some sort of information that you may discover through the internet that is actually going to help you move towards your purpose. So where things have been blocked, where things have been stationary, where you may feel as though things have been stagnant, things are going to start moving forward now. You may have been evaluating, this group may have been already asking the question, well, what is my path? What is my purpose? You've been doing that evaluation work. And this Eight of Wands speaks to me now about movement forward. It's requiring you to take some kind of action. You guys are actually being encouraged to do something. Now, this is a card that also speaks about change, rebirth, regeneration. So your path or your purpose may be very different to what it is that you have been engaged in terms of your time, your energy, your effort previously. But things are starting to move forward for you now. But it's all about you sort of embracing this change. And change is hard. It requires courage. All of the 8 cards are ruled by strength. So there may have been something that you've either had to overcome to reach this point, or that you continue to need to overcome as you move forward. But you're going to be encouraged to draw on your inner strength during any times of adversity when you feel as though, you want to give up. It's about continuing forward. It's about perseverance and really moving towards your your path, your purpose. Then we have justice. And this is the energy of how do you get onto the path of your purpose. So for some of you, this is karma, resolving karma. This was very heavy in pile number 1. It came out in a different position, but you may now be required to get onto to get onto the path of your purpose is going to require from you truth. It's going to require clarity. It's going to require honesty, a real self-assessment, like I say, of where you've been, what direction it is you're moving in, how you can expand this aspect of your world, or how you can bring together, like I say, the mind, the body and the soul as you make this decision or understand what your purpose truly is. This is card number 11, and this is a master number. So for you to get onto your purpose, there's an aspect of yourself that you're required to master in some way. Like I said before, this is represented by Libra energy. So some of you could have a Libra North Node, or Libra like either in your South Node or your North Node. But you're required now to bring fairness into a situation, to deal with any karmic situations, so that you can bring about a level of balance, a level of, like I said, truth, honesty, clarity, balancing out those karmic scales that may have in the past kept you away from moving towards what your purpose is. Right, let's pull these. So we have your imaginary friend, childhood treasures resurface. Yeah, I'm seeing massive connections to pile number 1. So if this is resonating, please do watch that. Then we have the angel of manifestation. Your efforts, determination and perseverance have paid off. Yes, and isn't that what I just said with this 8 of Wands here? There's something that you were doing and you may have felt blocked, or where the energy just wasn't allowing you to flow or to move forwards. But I said that it was going to require courage and perseverance. And it's saying that this is paying off. If you haven't seen the results yet, then with this 8 of Wands, it tells me that it's coming. So those of you that are feeling blocked at the moment, don't feel as though that your efforts or what the energy that you've put into getting you onto your path has gone in vain. Things are going to start moving forward for you now. Wow. Right, let's look at this. And we've got lend a hand, card number 38. And like I said, for some of you, this is this nurturing Empress energy. It's you sort of being in that position of wanting to give love, to give nurture, to give help, assistance. Could be to children, it could be to other people that are, let's say, vulnerable or in need of that emotional love and unconditional support. We have blessing in disguise for your angel message. And your guidance here is empowerment. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. Yeah. So there is a real empowerment here, like I said, by you being able to step into or embrace your divine feminine energy. For some of you before, previous lives or in this lifetime, but, in your past, you may have feared stepping into your divine feminine power. And it's a recognition that it is safe for you to embrace this energy. It's safe for you to live from this energy. It's safe for you to manifest from your divine feminine. So some of you may have been, I don't know, I've got a feeling that your South Node may be something a lot more masculine, and you're being encouraged to move towards and, let's say, deal with any karma where you felt disempowered, should I say, and my words are all over the place, where you felt disempowered. It's like dealing with that karma, seeing the truth, getting the clarity from that situation, readjusting the balance, whether this is in your mental body or in a physical situation that you're dealing with. But as you deal with that, that is what is going to move things forward for you. And then we've got this. Let me read it from the card. It says, what appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayers in the best way. So yeah, for some of you where you've been stopped or blocked or felt as though things weren't moving forward, it was actually a blessing in disguise. I feel as though the time where things weren't working out for you have allowed you to step into, like I say, to grow, to expand into this Empress energy. So whatever it was that was unfair or unjust in your world that you've had to deal with, it's actually a blessing in disguise, because it's allowed you to sort of step into this beautiful sense of self-mastery and empowerment here. So don't see your past experiences as something negative. Very strong connections to reading 1. It spoke about taking the lessons from those situations and transmuting them into something beautiful. Right, I'm going to read this from the book, Your Imaginary Friend, Childhood Treasures Resurface. So this could be something in relation to, let's say, an idea or a passion that you had in the past from when you were a child that is wanting to resurface. And we've got, like I mentioned, there's a connection to children somehow with this Empress card here. So it could be your own inner child that is screaming out for you to bring something back to life that you may have put to one side, that you may have felt wasn't, you know, your true purpose. Things take over, life gets in the way, you know, we have to go and get a job, we've got bills to pay. But you're being encouraged now to sort of look at what that was, or what gave you joy in your childhood, and see if there is a way for you to bring that back. Right, okay. Right, the message is, a childhood friend from long ago returns. She knows your history. Surround yourself with the comforts of childhood. Others may look at your reclaimed treasure and say, what is that old thing? Don't trouble yourself. The truth is, they too have an old thing that may seem obsolete and sentimental to another. If they have become so distant from their treasures, time will bring them back to understanding and recognizing their value once again. Or maybe not. It's not your concern whether others understand. Keep only your treasure close. You may remember the imaginary friend that you had early in your childhood, what fun you both had, what mischief and what comfort she was when no one else understood anything about you. With her, you were never alone. She reappears now to remind you of the treasures of the past and to help you bring those treasures back to life right now. You may be about to see people from your past, visit an old family home, head to a reunion, or have an unexpected encounter with something that brings back very strong memories. It's worth noticing because it will enrich you and make you feel very loved and appreciated. Yeah, so there's something here relating to childhood, children, things of the past that may be coming forward now, but there is something in this, if there is a resurgence of the past or things that you were engaged in, that you put time, effort, energy, perseverance into, it feels as though this is about to manifest for you now as you step into your feminine energy, as you step into your power. As it says here, you're more powerful than you realize, and it's safe for you to step into this power. So let go and release any feelings of, you know, things didn't go right, things aren't as they're supposed to be, because it's all been a blessing in disguise. You're being called here to lend a hand in some way, and that is, you know, your purpose. Right, guys, I hope this helped. Thank you so much for tuning in, and remember, if this resonated, please do go back and look at pile number 1. Right, take care, guys. Bye-bye. Welcome to pile 3 for those of you that picked the citrine crystal. Now, we're going to jump straight into your reading. There are 3 tarot cards, if I can get them off the table, that represent your purpose. This first one is your purpose. The middle card is any blocks or challenges to you achieving or moving in the direction of your purpose. This could also be a supporting card. And finally, we have, how do you get onto the path of your purpose? So many P's. Now, we've got some oracle messages or guidance from Spirit that support this reading. So we'll pull those after we've looked into your tarot. Each pile has a different tarot deck. So you guys, wow. So you guys have got the Archangel Power Tarot, and we had the Empress in the exact same position for pile 2. So many synchronicities. Right, okay, so if this resonates, you may want to go and listen to pile 2. And then I said if pile 2 resonates, you may want to listen to pile 1. So do feel free to select more than one pile. Right, okay, you've got the Seven of Gabriel, which is the Seven of Wands, and then the Knight of Raphael, which is the Knight of Cups. Interesting, right, okay. Okay, so we start off with the Empress. Oops, it flew out of my hand. So as I said with the second pile, this, your purpose, this is the card that represents your purpose. It's all about your creativity. It's about your ability to manifest. It's about you stepping into your divine feminine energy. It can be speaking about motherhood to you in some way. So your purpose could involve children or stepping into that maternal role, whether it's with your own children or children out in the community or some kind of creative project that surrounds young people, children, or you just being able to impart that, you know, that nurturing energy on people that may need it. Now, the message on this card, let's read it. It says Archangel Gabriel, so that's the archangel that represents the Empress in this deck. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. So you may be, like I say, providing these resources for those in your external world, or you're being encouraged to step into your creativity, step into your divine feminine energy. In terms of, I did this for all of the other piles, the Empress represents, well, it's ruled by Venus, and Venus represents Libra, but also Taurus, so your North Node may be one of those two signs. We also have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is Mars in Leo, so you could have a North Node or a South Node in Leo specifically. And then we have the Knight of Cups. And Knights to me is mutable energy, so this would be mutable water, so that's Pisces. So Pisces may be one of your North or South nodes as well. Do check the link in the description box or in the comment section if you don't know your North node. You'll be able to calculate that for free. So, interesting though. So like I say, we've got the Empress, which is representative of what your purpose is. So there's some sort of nurturing ability, or you're being encouraged to step into your divine feminine energy, to show love, to show nurture. Now this card, no, this reading, pile 3, was represented by the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is all about your emotions, its creativity, its intimacy. It's associated with water, feelings and flow. So all of that energy might be encompassing what your purpose is. So this is really, really interesting. Now, what is standing in your way or blocking your purpose, or a challenge to your purpose, or a supporting factor? And in this particular instance, I'm seeing this as a supporting factor. I've got to slow down. It's like my mouth runs away with me. But you're being encouraged to stand up for yourself. This is the Seven of Wands in the traditional tarot. So it says stand up for what you believe in, have confidence and claim your personal power, which I find amazing. So there may be something that's blocking you in terms of empowerment. You're not feeling good enough. You're not feeling capable enough of either encompassing this role or some sort of creative project that you've got in your mind's eye that you're wanting to bring into manifestation, because the Empress speaks about manifestation ability. So whatever it is that's stopping or blocking you, you're being encouraged to recognize what that is. Have trust and faith in the things that you cannot see. Do some self-reflection work. Look at what is stopping you in terms of moving towards what your path or your purpose truly is. Now for this pile, you guys may be struggling with your emotions in some way. Like I said, that sacral chakra speaks about our emotions, and it's associated with the flow of those emotions. Now this is a Wands card though, which speaks about our connection to spirit. It speaks about our passions, and it speaks about our aspirations. So there may be something in your emotional body that is blocking you or stopping you, or not allowing you to either see the power that you currently have or to see your purpose in some way. But by standing up for yourself, by doing the self-reflection or assessment work that's required, you're going to be able to see what's either blocking your path or where you can actually bring more confidence to the table, how that should play out in your world. Now 7 is also speaking about setting limits. So there may be a need for you to set boundaries in your personal world so that you can move toward your purpose, or stand up, speak out about what it is that you're wanting to actually achieve, to manifest, what your plans are. Because as it says there, it's time for you to act upon your plans, but it's going to require you to step into this empowered energy so that you can actually do that. Then we have what is going to get you onto the path of your purpose. And we have the Knight of Raphael here. It says romantic, dramatic, poetic and introspective, committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So there could be something here, like I mentioned with the emotion in the 7 of Gabriel here. There could definitely be something related to your emotions that need to be healed, need to be resolved, that are expressed in some way that will allow you to step onto your purpose. So if you've been holding back your feelings, whether this is about, you know, your path, your purpose, a person, something that's going on in your world, you're being encouraged here to deal with those emotions. Like I say, to set boundaries in your life, to claim your personal power. And that is going to clear the path forward so that you can continue to move towards your divine purpose. Now, for others of you, a romantic relationship, as it says there, could be the bridge, let's say, that sort of allows you to step into your purpose or move onto the path of your purpose. So you may find that there could be an external person in your life, male or female, depending on your gender and what it is that, you know, floats your boat in that respect, that sweeps you off your feet, which is what allows you to sort of heal these emotions, or at least allow these emotions to flow. Like I said, the sacral chakra is the flowing of our intimacy, our creativity and our emotions. They're all linked and they're all connected. So if your emotions are sort of backed up or constipated in some way, then you may find that you're struggling to either get onto your path or to know what your path is. So for this group, it may be a relationship that kind of softens your essence or allows you to express those emotions, those feelings, have that intimate connection. And as you embrace that union of some kind, that is when your path forward, or the steps that you need to take to get you onto your path, are going to become more clear for you. Right, I'm going to open up, or let's say turn over, your oracle messages, and let's see what we've got going on. Miss Spiderweb, reconsider your alliances, make new connections. Then we have accept love. Wow, yeah, I definitely felt the emotion in this particular pile, or the blockage of emotion, should I say. Then your angel, god or goddess card. We have the angel of support. The universe has heard your silent call for help. Then we have your angel message. Family. The situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member. So again, with going back to the emotion, there's something here that's blocking you or stopping you from moving towards your path and your purpose. And as you heal whatever this is, then you'll find that your path opens up. The steps that you need to take become more clear. You, within your own emotional body, understand on a deeper level what it is that you want to do, and you're able to express more clearly. Right, so it says, this situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with a calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. Yeah, that makes complete sense. Right, let's get the last one and I can dive into this. I can't get the cards off the table. Divine magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So these two cards tie up here. So divine magic, where there's magical energy that's surrounding you at the moment, it's coming from your angels, and the universe has heard your help, your cry for help, should I say, and is working behind the scenes to allow some kind of transformation to take place. I'm just seeing the butterfly here and the butterfly wings that are on this angel, and butterflies to me always speak of some sort of transformation, So you may have felt, or you may feel, that you're out of the caterpillar phase, let's say, and you may now have built a chrysalis around you and some sort of protection, like I say, boundaries, a guarded energy in your emotional body. But what the next phase is that there is an emergence from this chrysalis of the butterfly. So there is some sort of transformation in your emotional body that is taking place, which is going to see you emerge as a completely different version of yourself. You're still going to have the essence of who you truly are, but you're going to be able to, like I say, step into this divine feminine energy, or use this divine feminine energy as part of your purpose. Like I said, it could be linked to children. It could be linked to some sort of maternal creative project, or dealing with providing nurture, love, support to those that need it. So it could be nursing, it could be teaching. There's lots of ways that this can express or manifest itself. But you're being asked here to reconsider your alliances and to also step out in a new direction and make new connections. Whenever I see spiders or spiders' webs, it speaks of networking. So it may be that the emotional connections that you've had in the past are what have sort of made you close down emotionally in some way, and you're being encouraged to heal that. It could be a family member. It could be a situation on an emotional level that doesn't include family. But you're being encouraged to heal and to understand the lesson in this situation, but also to open your mind and open your heart to new experiences. And as you make new connections on an emotional level, as you open your heart and accept the love that is wanting to come in, this is what, like I said, with this Knight of Raphael, there's some sort of intimate connection here that is going to sort of spark something within you that's going to allow you to either step onto your path, see your path more clearly, understand on an intuitive level what your purpose truly is. But there's some sort of growth, transformation that is in the process here. And it's about you embodying or bringing together the mind, the body, the soul, whether that's in an intimate connection in your external world. But first and foremost, that has to happen within yourself. So this transformation that's undergoing, or, in the process of happening at the moment, could be, like I say, you sort of coming together with yourself, having your mind, your body and your soul all sort of working in harmony with each other. But there is some sort of rebirth. There is some sort of transformation that is on the cards for you. And I want to read this one from the book. I read this card for the other two piles, but for some reason this is the one that's drawing itself to me. So card number 39, Accept Love. And like I said, with you picking the sacral chakra, and that's all about your emotions, I think this card's going to be really important for you. It says, as a divine child of the universe, your creator fully loves your Holy Spirit. Moreover, your spirit is pleasing to God and those around you. Your ego doubts this truth. It whispers in your ear that you aren't good enough, smart enough, attractive enough, or accomplished enough to be genuinely loved. This is a lie which you must fight. And that's what this Seven of Wands is here. Like I say, standing up for what it is that you believe in, having the faith, having the trust in who you are. She's pointing over at this Empress, and you are this divine feminine energy, whether you see it or not. You may be in that cocoon stage, like I say, about to emerge into this Empress energy. But it's about you really claiming your power now so that you can move forward, in the direction of your path and purpose. Your infinite light in the learning curve of the human experience. Your creator knows you only to be beautiful, divine, and infinite light, and loves you without condition. Only your ego leads you to believe otherwise. Summon your light and cast it upon the shadows of your fears. There's no need to seek love, for it's present for you now. There's only a need for you to relax your fears and accept the love that your creator and life has for you in this moment. Ask yourself, where am I not feeling love? Where am I rejecting it? What is my ego saying that would make me feel so inadequate? What shadows are dimming the light of love coming towards me? Ask your spirit to shed its brilliant illumination onto those dark, fearful thoughts. Breathe in and accept the light and love your creator has for you. Let it chase the shadows of self-doubt and judgment away. Wow. So there's a situation here that may have caused you to close up, like I say, emotionally, and you're being encouraged here to reconsider who you align your energy with, reconsider whose advice you take on board or take personally, and to make new connections, because this situation here can be healed. And as you heal it, like I say, it's going to open up your emotional body, which is going to allow you to bring in all that you've been wanting to manifest. As it says here, the universe has heard you. It's heard your call for support, for help. And what it wants to do now is to bring these miracles into your life experience. So just let go of whatever it is that's blocking you or stopping you by standing up for what it is that you believe in, having trust and faith and confidence in who you are, what you have to offer, and claim that personal power. And this could be for some of you in accepting a relationship, like I said here. We do have the Knight of Cups as in the position of how it is that you get onto your path of purpose. And it says through a committed romantic relationship. But first and foremost, the emotional relationship that you guys need to focus on is the one with yourself, but also the one with your loving creator. And the more that you develop that, you're going to open the doors for romantic and intimate relationships, new ones, to come into your life. Right, guys, I hope this helped. It was a bit random. I don't know how clear, it was in terms of your purpose and your path, but there's definitely some work to do here to open up your emotional space. And as you do that, I think the information that you need to get you onto your path, or, to make your purpose more clear to you, will be awoken within you. Right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helped. Have a fantastic day and see you soon. Bye-bye. Last but by no means least, welcome pile 4 for your reading. Right, like with all of the other piles, there are 3 tarot cards that will show us what your purpose is. That's this card. The blocks to your purpose, so this could be blocks, challenges. If it's a positive card, then it could be supporting energy that's supporting you moving towards your purpose. And finally, this is how do you get onto the path of your divine purpose. Now I'm using a different tarot deck for each of the piles. You guys have got the Crystal Tarot. So let's see what we've got going on. And these are your oracle messages, so your guidance directly from Spirit. They're going to help shed some light on this reading. So we'll start with the tarot. And we have the 7 of Pentacles as your purpose. Okay. We have the King of Swords as the blockage, the challenge or supporting energy. And finally, we have the 4 of Wands. So this is the first pile where we have no major arcana cards in it. So that tells me that your purpose is very much within your control, your awareness. It's not like the universe is having to come in and shift you onto a particular path. So what I'm instantly picking up is that you guys may be already aware of what your purpose is, and you may just be coming to this reading for clarification or confirmation. Well, everybody's coming for clarification and confirmation, but it's because you already have a very clear idea about what your purpose is. Now, your purpose is identified with the 7 of Pentacles energy, which to me is doing checks and balances. It shows that seeds have been planted. Like I say, you may have put forth energy, effort, time, dedication, perseverance into moving you onto your path forward. Now, 7s, whenever I see them in the tarot, speak about assessment. It's doing that reflection. It's like checks and balances. It's doing inventory on the energy, the time, the effort that you've put into something already here in the physical, tangible world. So you may already be working, let's say, in this field that you consider your purpose to be. But there's been some sort of period of waiting, like I say, of observation, of wondering, reflecting whether this is your true path or your true purpose. Now, the card is 7, and that speaks about having trust and faith in things that you cannot see. So even, let's say, you haven't manifested or reached a point where you're saying, right, I definitely know that this is my path and purpose. You're being told here to persevere, to continue forward on this path. Obviously do the checks and balances, work out where your energy, your effort is actually required, that's going to give you the biggest payout. And I'm not talking about financial payout, but it's using your energy wisely, understanding what it is that you need to invest in terms of energy, effort, time towards your purpose. Now, I'm going to read, because each of these cards is representative of a particular crystal. So let me grab the book. So this represents your crown chakra, and the crystal is tanzanite. It actually looks more blue in the book that I've got, but it says that you're getting there. There is still more work to do. Focus your meditations on your crown chakra to connect to your spirit guides who will help you. So yeah, you're being encouraged, like I say, during this assessment, this reflection, to connect to your spirit guides. But it's also about having trust and faith in things that you cannot see. Now, we've got this King of Swords, which is the energy that is blocking you, stopping you, challenging you, or supporting you towards your path. And the King of Swords is a very intellectual energy. It reminds me of that crown chakra. It's about intellect. It's about intelligence, asking questions, being logical surrounding a particular situation. So some of you, this is a blockage. It's like you're being too logical, whereas you're being encouraged with this one here to connect with your spirit guides and get out of your head, because the swords energy is our mental energy. So you may be looking at asking questions, like I say, assessing from an intellectual perspective about the energy, the effort, the work that you've put in, or what is left to do. And you're either being encouraged to step out of that energy and step into your heart space. You guys did pick the rose quartz crystal, which is all about how you relate to others. It's unconditional love, it's forgiveness, it's compassion, it's empathy. It's coming from your heart space rather than from this logic. So that for some of you could be a blockage. Others of you, this could be a supporting energy where you're being encouraged to cut out the mental chatter that's stopping you from believing that the seeds that you've planted, that you're going to be able to sow them. Like I said, it's about having trust and faith in things that you cannot see. It may not have manifested for you right here, right now, but it feels like there's a logical energy that could be actually slowing things down. This could also be a person for others of you. Now, our swords energy is air, so Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And what I'm picking up, and I forgot to do this, I did it at the start of all of the other readings, but an indication, I think somebody's south node here could be in an air sign. Our south node energy is experiences and qualities that we have a natural affinity to. That if we look at what our north node is, that's what we're moving towards. So it's, like I said, leaving behind this logical, intellectual, sort of deep thought and moving more into the heart space. So for others of you, your north node could be something in the sign of an earth sign. The Seven of Pentacles itself is Saturn in Taurus, so you could have a Taurus north node or even a Capricorn, because Saturn, you know, rules Capricorn. But an earthy south node, an earthy north node coming away from an air south node. So for some of you, check that out. If you already know, it'd be great to hear in the comments if this resonates. Then we've got the Four of Wands as what you can do, or how do you actually get onto your path of purpose. And the Four of Wands is aspirational energy. It's passionate. It's a celebratory energy as well. So for some of you, like I say, it's being more lighthearted. It's coming from this place of compassion for yourself, from others, being more connected to your heart space, having empathy for yourself, for the people that you're dealing with, for your path and your purpose itself. It's creating a solid foundation in the realm of your ambitions, or in the realms of, you know, what you're creatively working to. It's now solidifying that. It's putting an action plan in place. It's taking the steps forward that you need in, let's say, collaboration with source, or in collaboration with spirit. But it's about creating that firm foundation, that structure. So for some of you, during this time of assessment, or the meditations that you're being encouraged to do, are to work out, you know, on not on a logical, but on a practical level, the steps that you can take to move things forward. It feels like this is a real rest period for you at the moment. The Seven of Pentacles is a resting, waiting energy. The Four of Wands, it's like you've built something up to a certain point, a plateau. It's time for you to celebrate, rejoice in the accomplishments that you've made up until this point. But it's for you to then continue doing more work. Like you said here, there's more work to come. So from this point, you're going to be clear about a plan or clear about the action steps that you can take that are actually going to help you to fulfill this purpose. You're already on the path. I'm definitely seeing that with you guys. You're already on the path. Oh my goodness. Then we have, I don't know how to say this card, you see, Quetzalcoatl or something like that, and the Priestess of Time. The time has come, the time to act is now. Wow. Then your angel message, you have the Goddess of Knowledge. So yeah, it links back to this King of Swords. Start to apply what you already know, but also trust your intuition. So as I said, there's something here about meditating or connecting with source or with spirit that's going to help you work out the next steps forward. It's not just about applying logic. You've applied the knowledge that you know already, because we're at this 7. We're aiming or achieving to get to the 10. So you're not far away. But apply what you know, but also trust your intuition. And then we've got card number 30, Rebel or Rebel. Right, okay, we have guidance message here of Cupid. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind. And that's exactly this rose quartz crystal here. Awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Yeah, and I said that's exactly what this 4 of Wands is about. It's you celebrating the foundation that you've already been able to create. This may not be anything to do with romance, but it's falling in love with life itself. Now, I'm going to read the crystal that's represented by the 4 of Wands. Wow, this crystal is actually called Spirit Quartz. If I can, oh my goodness, I can actually get it off the damn table. So the crystal at the bottom of this card is Spirit Quartz. And it looks very similar to rose quartz as well. Let me just read the description from the book. It says, things are moving on and it's a time to celebrate. You'll have more fun in your life as you follow this chosen path. Yeah, so like I said, you guys are already on your path. So this is about you taking the steps towards continuing forward. Spirit Quartz will help you arrange everything and prevent you from getting bogged down and from blocking yourself. So yeah, for this group, it's about trying to stay out of your head, but connecting to your heart space. Like I say, being more jovial, appreciating and, you know, having fun on the path that you're on, even if there are stoppages, even if things are taking longer than what you want. We've got this rebel energy. I'm going to read that one out of the book, but it's definitely about you connecting to your heart space here. Really having fun in whatever it is that you do. It's like you're really passionate about it. This is something, like I say, that you've been working on for a long time already. And we have set your sights higher, increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. So this point of assessment, you may be wondering what else you can actually do. You may have set out on a particular path and it is the right path for you. But at this point of contemplation here, you may be thinking, right, well, what else can I add? I've put so much effort into this, but now I almost see myself as wanting more from a particular situation. If that's the case, you're being encouraged to trust your intuition, trust where this message is coming from, get into your heart space, meditate, and the answers are going to become clearer about what it is that you can add to this situation, and have the trust and faith that these things will actually manifest. Right, I'm going to read. Which one of these am I going to read? I'm going to read this one, card number 23. The Priestess of Time. The time has come and the time to act is now. So that reduces down to a 5. So if you have had challenges with whatever this, you know, this purpose of yours is, then it's about you not allowing, because we've got this Rebel card here. I forgot to even read that. But it's not allowing whatever challenges that you've had to overcome or that you're facing at the moment to stop you. I'm just seeing this lollipop lady. We have them in the UK. They generally help the kids cross the road safely, like on the way to school in the morning. So it's about you sort of not letting authority. And this King of Swords is very authoritarian. So this could be an external person that you're dealing with. By not taking their opinions, their words, their intellectual assessment of the path that you're on, not taking that to heart, pushing past it, not letting that block you or stop you or limit you in some way, because this reduces down to a 3, and that's all about your growth. It's all about your expansion and your soul connection. So as long as you're connected to your heart, to spirit, to your soul, then you know your path forward. And don't let anybody stop you from that. Right, let's read this from the book. Right, okay. It says, will you shift your consciousness? Will you change deliberately despite the fears and the others who tell you that you're wrong? Will you move away from fighting opposition, either mentally or shift into this new beingness that allows a greater reality? The time is now. That's all you need to know. But there is much that you must still do. Sorry guys, my camera stopped, so I'm going to continue reading the description from this card. It says, a deliberate effort to move away from the navel gazing and procrastination will transform into a determination to become thorough through doing, thinking, being, sharing, and insisting on the new reality's truth for you. It's time to embrace a new standard of excellence. And I was saying that this is what it says here as well. Increase your standards. So it's time to embrace a new standard of excellence and to make that your creed. Don't wait for another's heartbeat. And that's exactly what I was saying with this rebel card here. So there may be some sort of authority figure in your life that's telling you, you know, what path you should be on or what it is that you should do. And you're being encouraged to cut out, with this King of Swords, the noise. It could be this King of Swords person in your life that is the authority figure that is giving you advice or telling you what it is that you should be doing. But it's about you increasing your own standards and expecting more from yourself, coming from your heart space, trusting your intuition and applying what it is that you already know. It's gotten you to this point already. There is more work for you guys to do, but I feel as though you really are on your path. It's just about clearing things up, understanding where within what it is that you're doing you can increase your standards, where you can do more, where you can be more, where you can give more. But I feel that you guys are thoroughly on the right track. Anyway, guys, I hope that this helped. I hope that you managed to get something from it. It felt a little bit, I don't know, it was very different to the other readings that I've done, but I feel like you guys are already on your path, so that could be very much the reason why. Anyway, I hope this helped. Hope you got something from it. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.